Hi everyone, welcome to our Facebook Live video, 5 tips to cultivate a support network. And in this day and age, I know it can feel like we're increasingly isolated, especially with social media. It's easier to be at home, alone, or even with just our family members, and wishing we had more people with the same interests, hobbies, dreams as us. So this is all about creating that all-important support network for whatever you may need in life. So tip number 1 is kind of a no-brainer, but sometimes we forget the importance of our current and past network, which is anyone we have ever met before and anyone we also know today. So hi everyone, good to see you. So don't forget that you most likely have someone in your life, a family, a friend, a colleague, a former colleague, a boss, a former boss who thinks you are the best thing since sliced bread. That is your cheerleader. That is the person you want to have handy. That's the person you want to keep in touch with, so that when you're having that bad day, you absolutely can turn to them and be like, hey, I could use a real pep talk right now. I feel like crap. Can you please, give me that thing that you do where you make me feel like I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I really need that today. Always have that cheerleader close at hand, no matter who it is, and much love to you too. And then don't forget to your voice of reason. Always have that person that you've had in your life who keeps you down to earth, who keeps you humble, who reminds you to stay firmly planted. Not the I told you so person, not the person who makes you feel bad. You're the person who's a genuine voice of reason, that wise person who will bring you back to home base, who will remind you, hey, don't forget about this, start here, or you're going a little too far this direction, bring it back, rein it in a little, or maybe think twice before you send that text or email. Definitely have your voice of reason handy in your existing network. And then, who's the most creative person that you have ever met or know at this point in time? That creative thinker, that creative mind is also someone you want to have in your close at hand contact network, because when you're stuck, this person is going to see options you would never have thought of in a bazillion years. So tip number 1 is going back to your existing and current network and finding your biggest fan, your voice of reason, and your creative thinker. Those 3 people are going to get you through a whole of a lot of anything life could throw at you. Joyful or sorrowful, they will have your back. And even if you don't have that, you can build community in other ways. Step 2 is the community where you live. Also sounds like a no-brainer, but sometimes we forget everything at our fingertips. For example, you're here on Facebook, there is a tab called Events somewhere on your page. You can research all the events in your area, surrounding areas, and meet up with people who have the same interests, hobbies, dreams, entrepreneurial background as you. So don't forget to tap into that community where you live. You'll get to meet new people, extend that network even further, and you can develop your skills too. If you go on to Meetup, there are so many, classes, workshops, gurus that advertise on the Meetup app or Facebook events. Easy to find all kinds of resources and find a supportive community for whatever it is you're after on those groups. Eventbrite is another venue. Conferences, things like that. That is a community that you can go towards and seek out that we often forget about to cultivate that support network, meet those people, get those phone numbers, names, email addresses, people that you can reach out to either to get together or spitball ideas or guide you towards the next level of whatever you're trying to get to. And of course, step 3 is create your own. I've been there where I needed a particular community and couldn't find it. So I had to create my own, whether it was through creating my own Facebook event or creating meetup groups on the Meetup app itself, which is something I have now. Sometimes you can't find what you're looking for, so you have to create it yourself. And that can take some bravery and some time, but if you're not seeing it out there, nothing's stopping you from creating it yourself. So never forget that you also have the power in your hands to create something that you would like to see happen in the world, or create a group that you would like to be a part of. You absolutely can do that. Number 4, social media. Hello, hi Facebook, and Instagram. Some of you have Twitter, Snapchat, so on. We can connect with just about anybody these days. Celebrities, professors, researchers, scientists, experts, you name it. They're out there, and you can just type in some keywords and find all kinds of amazing people on social media. And I've made some great friends on social media just by stumbling onto a stranger's Facebook feed or Instagram feed and being like, oh, that looks like a really cool person. And then you like and comment on their stuff. Then you message them. Then you create a friendship and you start calling each other on the phone, or if you live close enough, you actually meet in person. For me, even my blog Poet Hound created a great way of all kinds of new friendships, and I actually got to meet some of the writers that I interviewed and represented. And don't forget about the power of just reaching out on social media to people who have the same interests as you. Nothing's stopping you from connecting in that way, and you just never know what kind of lifelong friendships will come as a result. It's pretty incredible. And then number 5, the ultimate way to cultivate a support network is to help people. And I'm not telling you to help people by giving time, energy, and money to something that you don't feel good about. I'm talking about if there's someone you are genuinely interested in and you enjoy being around them and they need your help in some way and you feel good about it, help them with no strings attached, with no expectations of getting anything in return. Whether it's a ride to the airport or a book recommendation, or you happen to know the perfect website designer and you hook them up, or you have extra supplies that they need and you send it off to them. Whatever the case may be, helping people because you enjoy it and having no strings attached is a great way to cultivate a beautiful support network. And for all you know, down the line, they may be able to return the favor or connect you to someone who can help you in some way, or they're there to provide that pep talk, that expertise, that whatever you may need in the future. But ultimately, the best way to cultivate any support network is to simply be a kind and giving person, whether it's a listening ear or just simply liking and commenting on their stuff and letting them know that what they had to say made your day. All that is helpful. We all need the love. So, like I said, step 1, your existing support network. Find your biggest fan, find your voice of reason, find your most creative thinker, those 3 people that you've ever met, current and in the past. That's step 1. Step 2 is your community. Find those events, those conferences, those workshops, those fun outings to join up with people, make new friends. That's step 2. Cultivating skills, also in part step 2. For example, I'm doing Facebook Lives, as you know, and I have joined Toastmasters so that I can get better at exactly this kind of thing. So get out there. Step 3, create it yourself. Can't find it? Make it. I've done the same. I have my own meetup groups, cultivating my own group of supportive, amazing women. Couldn't find exactly what I was looking for, so there you go. You can do it too. social media, reach out to the strangers, the celebrities, the gurus, the scientists, the researchers, whoever you need, and you know, you'll get it. And hi! And don't forget, help others with no strings attached, because that's just genuine human kind support networking all on its own. And as always, you know, community support is there for everybody. You just have to reach out and go find it. Random strangers aren't going to knock on your door and present themselves as the person you've been looking for. So, you know, go out there, meet new people, find them, reach out to them, make it happen. And with that being said, always here to help and support you too. And I enjoy sharing these things with you. And, you know, I'm with Living Out Loud. I host workshops. I do life coaching. If you're in the San Antonio area, you can look me up on Women Living Out Loud under Meetup. And if you ever would like coaching for personal, professional growth, and just that support and that pep talk and that encouragement and that thinking outside the box perspective, I'm your gal. So you can message me. I'm here for you anytime. And thank you for listening. And stay tuned. I'll be hosting more of these kinds of talks on Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 through the month of June. And you have an amazing week ahead. Thanks. And talk to you later.